gentlemen, welcome to today's unveiling ceremony. On behalf of Honorable Mayor Daniel Rivera, the City of Lawrence, Veteran Services, and Veterans Assisting Veterans, we welcome you all. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to the Girls Ensemble for the National Anthem.
Present. Arms.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
If you will, ladies and gentlemen, I will call up Mr. Joseph Augusta, the commander of the Disabled American Veterans, Queen City Chapter 2, for our opening prayer.
Stand up. Peace.
Thank you, Jim. Gentlemen, uncover. God be merciful unto us and bless us. Cause your face to shine upon us, that your way may be known upon the earth, and thy saving strength among all people. Let the people be glad and sing for joy, for you shall judge them righteously and govern the nations upon earth. Especially do we pray that we may have your guidance to the end, that we may each of us firmly uphold the great principles of this day. God bless you all, and God bless America.
Thank you, Commander. Again, welcome everyone to today's ceremony. I'd like to point out a couple of our dignitaries here. State Representative Frank Moran for showing today. Thank you. At this time, I'll call up Mayor Rivera for a few remarks.
To me, it's an honor to be here today, not only as a veteran, but also a graduate of Lawrence High School and as mayor, because even though Memorial Day was just yesterday, many people who've worn the uniform think, and we should all think this, that Memorial Day should be every day, that Veterans Day should be every day. But when you think about the men and women that go off to fight our nation's wars, a lot of them look like the students that are in behind the color guard right now. Young, well-built, ready to go. And they go out fight our nation's wars, and many of them come home to similar situations they went away in, and it's not always great, but they serve proudly. And so for the men and women that don't come home, the men and women that are missing in action or are still being held captive and not accounted for, those have given above the ultimate sacrifice, because many still suffer today. And those families that belong to that community also suffer. So, we really do thank all the people that do these things together. We come to this place so often for 4th of July, for carnivals, for all types of celebrations, to have a good time as a community. And it's going to be great to come and always have a reminder of the greatest sacrifices we've had. So for veterans, assistant veterans, for all the veterans group that were involved in this, for a colleague of mine that always keeps veterans in front of his heart, and I know that Councilor Plan is going to talk in a second, but you're always reminding us to highlight good things like this and remember those people who do things in our community that are stellar. So I think a round of applause for our Councilor Plan for all the effort he's done. So to me, again, it's an honor to be here as a veteran, as a mayor, to accept this, to have this in our city, and to remind everyone always of the sacrifice given by our men and women, but also to remind people never to forget. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm sorry, I think I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Jamie Melendez, Director of Veteran Services for the City of Lawrence. Councilor LaPlante, please.
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you very much for those kind words, Mayor. And my fellow board members and at VAV, thank you so much for being the impetus behind what we're doing here today. And also what happened at City Hall just, I think, about a year or so ago when we dedicated a chair there at City Hall. And I see that Senator Barbara L'Italian is here. I want to recognize her and thank you for coming today, Senator. Now, what I want to focus on clearly is this chair, but look around. We have a lot of young people here. We've got a lot of folks from Central Catholic. We have a lot of students here from Lawrence High School, and these are our future. I want you, this is your home turf. This Veteran Stadium is where you practice, where you play your games. And when you play your games from this point forward, that chair is going to be there as a reminder that there are people that are serving our country that are not here today because of the sacrifice they're making for us. So when you're running around this, when you're out in the blocking or doing whatever you're doing on this field, look up at this chair and be reminded of why we're here today and look back on this. When you come back for homecoming, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15 years from now, 20, however it is, that chair will still be there as a reminder. Do not forget. Now also, this chair, we talk about people, prisoners of wars, and people who are missing in action who are serving us. And that's important that we do not forget. But there are going to be more. As unfortunate as that sounds, there are going to be more prisoners of wars in our countries and people and soldiers and sailors and Marines to be missing in action. And this chair represents the future as well. So I want to thank everybody who's involved in this. Thank you so much today. And thank you for bringing this partnership together, that this day is a special day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilor. At this time, I'd like to call up from Veterans Assisting Veterans, the President, Mr. Dennis Michela.
I'd like to thank everybody in Lawrence, the high school, Mr. Mayor, Councilor LaPlante, Madam Representative, and my board, Veterans Assistant Veterans. The most important people in this place right now is right behind you. All the young people that are here. God forbid someday you may have to serve. That represents a young person that went to war that never came home. We don't want anybody to ever forget what we're doing. It's not just a chair. It's a chair that represents somebody like you young men and women that someday may have to go to war and won't return. Hopefully that'll never happen, but who knows in this climate. So I want you to think about what that chair represents. It's not just a chair. Thank you, and thank you, Lawrence, for doing all this.
On behalf of Lawrence High, Central Catholic, Doreen Keller, I believe she's the principal, that's correct? Yes, Principal Keller.
As we come together this afternoon to honor the POWs and the MIAs who humbly gave of themselves in service to our country, I would like to read to you a reflection written by Brother Rini Roy from Central Catholic that was sent to the Central Catholic community yesterday. Although this is the day after Memorial Day, I feel that it pays beautiful tribute to the men and women we remember and honor today. It reads as follows. Flags, red poppies, vacations, parades, invocations, benedictions, speeches, moments of silence, patriotic music, decorated graves, all come together as we in the United States and in the cemeteries across Europe remember those who gave their lives in service to our country. A tradition which dates back to 1868 to commemorate those whose lives were lost in the Civil War, Memorial Day continues strong in its purpose to honor and thank deceased military men and women, as well as those serving now. In the Bible, John chapter 15, verse 13 says, "There is no greater love than to lay down one's life for one's neighbor." This is what calls us to stop and take time to reflect and pay tribute. For POWs, MIAs, and all who have given themselves in service to our country, let us pray an often neglected verse from America the Beautiful. "O beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife, whose more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life. America, America, may God thy gold refine, till all success be nobleness, and every gain divine." Thank you very much for inviting us to this wonderful event.
Thank you, Principal. And from Lawrence High School, Principal Mike Fiotti. Sorry.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mike Fiato, and I have a mosquito on my nose. Hold on. I want to thank you all for being here today. I just want to say I am the proud grandson of two World War II veterans. I am humbled to be here today among such great company with special appreciation to all our veterans that are in attendance today. I want to thank the Lawrence High School community for coming together to honor all of our veterans and all of those that were not able to make it back. The chair behind me is a great symbol of the sacrifice that was given and the lives that were lost. But I do want to remember that this is Veterans Memorial Stadium, and we should take honor of the fact that we have this chair as a symbol to remember all of the great deeds that have been accomplished among our veteran services. This is also one opportunity where we have a true partnership today. We have our students who I want to, this is a message to the students. I really want to thank you all for being here today. It means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot, and I'm sure it would mean a lot to those who couldn't be here today. Your commitment and dedication today is really impressive, and I do appreciate it. We have members of our campus, including some teachers and coaches that are also here. I think it's also wonderful that Central Catholic is here today because we share in partnership with the usage of this facility and this great stadium. And as I was saying to one of the coaches, this is both of our homes. This is not just Lawrence High's. This is not just Central Catholics. We share this together, and we have a lot of great experiences here on the football field. But this, at the end of the day, this is what's really matters, and this is why we are able to do the things that we are able to do because of the sacrifices of our veterans. I want to thank Councilor LaPlante for including Lawrence High School in this great activity and event to commemorate the chair today, and all of the dignitaries that are here. And I know there are a lot, so I won't go through and name them. I did see Mr. Riley here today. I also want to recognize Mr. Jeff Riley for being in attendance as well. And thank you again to everyone who has made this day possible. We really appreciate it here at Lawrence High School.
Thank you, Principal. Again, the reason we're here is to recognize and honor our POWs and MIAs. At this time, I'm going to ask Juanita Saldana and her daughter, Jennifer, to unveil the chair. Again, remembering and honoring our prisoners of war and those that are missing in action with chair number 1, right on the 50-yard line, the best seat in the house. If I may have Commander Joseph Augusta come back up for our closing prayer. While he comes up, I just want to recognize our honor guard. They look wonderful and magnificent. Thank you.
May the peace of God, which passes all understanding, keep our hearts and minds in the knowledge and love of God. And now unto the eternal and all-wise creator of the universe and preserver of this great nation, be honor and glory forever and ever. Amen.
Again, thank you to the Disabled American Veterans Organization, Queen City Chapter, Chapter 2, from right here in Lawrence. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. I'd like to go ahead and dismiss the colors. Colors, dismiss.
Attention. Carry. Colors. Mark time. March.